Hey everyone, Motivational Monday, here it is. Today I wanted to send a personal message from me to you. Firstly, I would love to thank you all, every single one of you, for every week reading, replying, responding, watching and listening to the message of which I send from myself to you. Something I set out to do over a year ago now was to send a message direct from me to every single person that's interested, just to raise hope and optimism, to raise inspiration and motivation on a daily, weekly basis. And thank you so much for watching and subscribing. I really appreciate it. Today I want to share with you three things. First thing is what we do today, we may not be rewarded for until tomorrow. So what we do today, we may not be rewarded for until tomorrow. And a great example of that was last night I went to the Starbucks drive-thru with my little girl Sienna. She's only 9 years of age. She loves her strawberry frappuccino with cream and a gold coin for her brother. I order an Americano. As we get to the counter, I look at the young lady that's serving us and she had a face mask on, but I could see her name tag. And I looked at her and I said, "Do I know you?" She said, "Yes, you do." She said, "I thought it was you. I've seen you come through this drive-thru before and I wanted to say hello and see if you were who I thought you were, but I was too embarrassed in case it wasn't you." I said, "Yeah," I said, "I definitely recognise you. Have I spoke to you or worked with you in a school at some point?" She said, "Yes, you have." She said, 4 years ago you came to my school." And I'm like, wow, 4 years ago, okay. She said, 4 years ago you came to my school and you ran a 6-week course and I was one of your groups. And I said, I remembered the school. It was Elizabethan School in Retford in Nottinghamshire, where I'm from. And my little girl Sienna, she sat next to me and she's now got her strawberry frappuccino, taking the straw out the paper, and she starts to lean forward and listen. And just as I was about to pull away, the young girl said to me, "It worked." And I said, "Okay." I said, "What do you mean it worked?" She said, "The sessions that you did, it worked." And I said, "Just out of interest, would you mind sharing with me what you can remember?" And my little girl Sienna there, she's now leaning forward. She can't wait to hear this. And I'm thinking, well, I've put this girl on the spot. Hopefully she can remember something. And she said, "We did an exercise where we had to write down some goals, dreams and aspirations of what we had in that particular moment, of what we wanted to fulfill tomorrow. Something we wanted to fulfill tomorrow, as in years to come, 1 week, 1 month, years, whatever that was." She said, "I wrote down that I want to go to Oxford University and study psychology." She said, "I wrote that down 4 years ago, Luke, in that vision exercise of which we did." And she said, "I'm going to university. I'm going to Oxford University to study psychology." Now, my Americano, it felt like a bottle of champagne when I was a young sportsman, wanted to flip it open like we just won a cup or something. It was the most amazing feeling. And I'm looking at my little girl's looking, I'm like, "So you're going to university, you're going to Oxford University to study psychology, and you wrote that down 4 years ago?" She's like, "Yes." And she's as excited as me in that moment. It was such a beautiful interaction with another human being, of which we're not getting so much right now. So my first thing is, what we do today, we may not get the reward for tomorrow. I had no idea that young lady wrote that down. 4 years later, from her putting the work in, she then gets the reward of being selected to go to the university. Number two, the words that we deliver to anybody we meet, anywhere we go, can have more of an impact than you will ever know. I did a session today for a primary school, 70, 80 children on the session. And as I'm talking, I'm in my flow and I'm sharing stories to plant metaphors for these young people. And one of the children's parents sent me a message straight after, just saying how her son had took so much inspiration from something that I'd said. She said that he'd found it very difficult with lockdown because he just started a football academy, and now unfortunately he wasn't allowed to go and he was giving up a little bit of hope, but something that was said in that assembly stimulated something within him to then go, "It's okay. The football academy will come back." So number two is words. The words that we deliver to another human being can have more impact than we ever know. And number three, my favourite saying, which I will never get tired of saying, always remember, behind every pair of eyes is a story, and always be kind. Just that hello on the street as you're walking round the corner and somebody's passing you. When you're in the shop and you're being served by somebody behind a counter, just by calling them their name and saying, how have you been? How's your day? The inspiration they take from you having that interaction, you will have no idea how much energy they take from somebody showing an interest. So number one, what we do today, we may not always get the reward till tomorrow. So stick with it, keep going, stay focused on what you believe in. Number two, an exceptional message, of which I sometimes forget, of the words that we deliver to another human being, we may never know the impact. So always give words of hope and optimism. Give the words that you would like to receive. Give the words which you would wish someone would given you all those years ago, when you was growing up through your childhood. And the third thing is, whatever you do, remember, behind every pair of eyes is a story, and always be kind. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great week. All my love, energy and inspiration. Take care.